This is Thomas Flynn from the Spatial Heritage Review with a quick video showing you how to simplify a 3D mesh using Meshlab. You can get Meshlab from meshlab.net, and once you download it and open it, this is what you'll see. I want to go from a 1 million face 8K textured 3D model, not incredibly huge, but I want to go from a very heavy model. You can see that it's totaling about 160 megabytes to something a bit simpler. So what I'm going to do is simply drag my 3D model into Meshlab. It will load it up just like that. And all I'm going to do, it's very simple actually, is go to Filters, Remeshing, Simplification and Reconstruction. Scroll down to Simplification, Quadric Edge Collapse, Decimation with Texture. And in the target number of faces, so I want to go from 1 million down to 50,000 faces. I just edit that number, I'll leave everything else as it is for now, hit apply. Wait for that to process. Not long at all. Close that, and you might be able to see the change in the model here. See some more faces. Because we haven't updated the UV map at all or rebaked any textures, there may be some artifacts in the texturing now, but in general it's still usable. And then we want to export our mesh, so File, Export Mesh As. I'm going to navigate to my folder, rename the file 50K Meshlab or whatever. And then you can choose which file format you want to export to. You'll probably notice if you read down, there's a lot of options, but there are some missing. So for example, USD or GLTF or GLB or even FBX, I don't think is an available export format. But for now, I'm going to export as a PLY and save it to my folder. I want colors, the texture coordinates as well, so the UV map, and to export the texture file to save that. Now I'm going to go to my export folder. This will take a little while because it's resaving that 8K PNG. So we've changed the number of faces that is used to represent the 3D model, but the texture file is the same size. We'll know when this is done when the model reappears in the Meshlab viewer. So what I need to do once this is finished is to, there we go, change the size of my texture file, my color texture file. So I'm just going to right click and open with Paint. This is a very janky way of doing this, but it's just an option that I wanted to share. I'm going to click this button up here, which is Resize and Skew. You could do it by percentage or pixels. I'll just do it by pixels so that you can see the numbers. 4096, 4096, okay. And I'm going to save it as a JPEG, so rather than the PNG. And I won't rename it, oh, maybe I will actually. What I found is when I export from Meshlab that the texture file gets disassociated from the mesh anyway, so you have to put it back together in whatever kind of output 3D viewer or other software. Save that, close, and obviously if you're using a Mac or something, you can use whatever free image editing software to resize and convert your image. So I'm going to delete the PNG now. So we've gone from a, let's just quickly check, a file that's about 160 megabytes to a file, or a couple of files that are around 5-6 megabytes. Not bad, and it only took a few minutes. And then as a quick demo, here's the output 3D file in Sketchfab. So by no means perfect, but free, quick, and easy to do.